Hi there, this is a daily reading, and the deck I've got today is the Halloween Tarot, which I don't use very much because it's so Halloweenish, but it's a really good deck. Sorry, just got to get my glasses, and it is by Karen Lee, art by Kipling West. Is that upside down? Great, glasses. Yeah, it's really cute, and it's small enough to fit into my hands. I've got big hands, so it's nice to shuffle. So, what is the message for today? What's the message for today? What's the message that we need to know today? Okay. So the first energy is the Ace of Bats. I think that's Wands. Second one is the Emperor. Fire. Third card is the Seven of Pumpkins, which is Pentacles. I'm just going to check where the bats is Wands. Oh God, it's got a tiny book. Okay. Oh, it's Swords. Okay, and I'll see what they say about the Ace of Swords. A new idea or insight, a personal victory. Never looked at it that way. Facing conflict or pain honestly. Determination, initiative, courage. Okay, determination and courage. Initiative, right. So I am seeing this finger here and pointing towards the Emperor. And it's an interesting Emperor. I think it's meant to be Frankenstein. But there's kind of a sense of, I don't know, static power or, he looks pretty much like stone and like there's not much happening. He looks a bit sick, actually. But the green can be growth too. So yeah, it's like I don't know. It's there's a certain amount of restraint in it. So there might be a need to be restrained in some way and recognizing the feelings and the power of your feelings, your thoughts, your ideas. Bats are more of the mind, but it might be like connecting your thoughts with what you're feeling inside. And sometimes, the Emperor is fire, so sometimes there can be something brewing. So I feel that there's something brewing inside today that requires patience, maybe quiet reflection, or maybe not, just sort of going about your day normally and realizing that there might be something that you're not aware of internally, as in I mean, you don't know everything about yourself. You don't know necessarily how you're going to react to something. You don't know how you're going to feel about something. And that's okay. So, it could be that realization that there's a certain amount of the unknown within you. It could be unknown in a circumstance, but I'm seeing more particularly what's unknown within yourself, that you don't know about yourself. And it's not so much that there's a need to analyze it, or the self-discovery. You can do that if you want, but I'm not seeing that, because I think there's always going to be an element within ourselves that we really don't know about. And I think that in a lot of ways that's the way it's meant to be. Yeah, self-improvement, self-discovery, all of that. But, I feel that you can do that until you're blue in the face, or maybe green in the face. So there could be too much of that, too much of trying to work things out, whether it's in a situation or, whether it's within yourself. And this is saying, in some ways, to let that be. It could even be a realization that, or we all know, that saying, okay, everybody's okay the way they are. It's about self-acceptance, and that's true, but you might not feel that, or you might not have felt that. But these cards, there's a sit with it energy. So whether this is about what I've just expressed, or whether it's about a situation, this is a sit with it and kind of see what develops, but not in a probing way, in a let it flow way. Because I am seeing the Emperor as the central card, and he can be a little bit kind of strict and a little bit uniform in his approach. And I feel that this is saying, well, to let that go and to largely see what happens. But also I feel that there's a requirement of acceptance and loosening the tight bonds or binds that you might have around yourself in a situation, or generally. It's like holding it all in. I'm not saying that you need to, combust and go berserk. But it is more about an acceptance of really not knowing an aspect of yourself or aspects of yourself, and maybe that's always going to be the case. Or, you get to the stage where you've learned this about yourself, and then there's more to learn. I feel at this time, it's like, let that go and sit with where you're at, because where you're at is okay. Cheers.